Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Best in the business, been using these guys for years. If you're an active trader, check out cobratrading.com. You won't be disappointed. Alright guys, daily chart, 59 million on the SPY, 0.33% up, or 86 cents green. We did make new intraday highs, and it looks like we're poking for 260 on the charts. It's poking through here, one again, just chopping around, pulled back to the upper trend line, bounced right back up, holding strong above the 20, the 50, and the 200 MA. Nothing wrong, guys, in a bullish stance. The only thing that I can see is the light volume prevails, and we just keep grinding. You'll get at this. This was some earnings calls, the Amazon, the Google, right before, then complacent, pushing up, chopping around. But just be careful in these markets. We are a little bit long in the tooth for a long time before we see a nice pullback. So, I mean, you can see the chart up, as long as the trend's intact, still above the MAs, crossing over a little bit. MACD's a little bit overdone as well, so keep your eye on the volume going into the weeks to come. We do have the holiday season coming up, so beware of that. The light volume can continue, and we just float through the holidays, and then the Santa Claus rally, then the hype, and they keep this thing going. So 260 will be your next area of resistance. We'll see how it does there. Weekly chart. Weekly close, good. We closed above the 257.50 area, and we actually closed, what was the last price on this one? 258.45. So again, 260 area, we'll be watching that. 262.50, 265, 267.50, 270, all the way to 275 if we continue higher. It's getting a little bit long in the tooth on the weekly chart. We had a great rally, guys. I mean, this thing's just been plugging away. We got in the channel, up and down. We are above the channel now, looking to break out. We do have slight or light volume down here, guys. I want to see more volume, guys. I mean, it's going to continue to float with nothing. That's what these markets do. As long as no one's participating, the algos take over, and straight up we go. We are getting a little bit long in the tooth from the 20 MA, 50, and the 200, so keep an eye on that. Let's see if we can hit this 260 area into the next week and into earnings too, guys. The only thing driving this thing is news and earnings, like always. Let's get into the IWM now. This one should be leading. We always talk about that in our video. Great bullish pattern, but what a run, guys. After a run from 134 to 150, you need consolidation. You need pressure for this thing to pop higher. We talked about the 150 area. That will be a good target price. We did hit that. Now we came back in. We had a great gap up on this day. Great reversal into an inside bar. Bottom line, if you're bullish, you need to get it back above the 20. You need to get above the all-time highs and start ripping through the 152.50, 155, 155, or 157.50, then 160 area off this great bullish pattern. A little bit weak since it's below the 20, but still going. Again, inside bar bearish on a great bullish. You know, this little chop, this was great right here. When it popped up, I thought for sure we were going. That's what I like to see, as a bull wedge and then the pop, and they actually brought it back. Chop. I don't like seeing that when this thing's having trouble getting through this major area at the 150 or the 1500 on the RUT, if you want to look at it like that. Let's go to the weekly. Again, light volume still continuing, 22 million. But the weekly even looks pretty good too. Had a little bit of tails coming back in, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks sideways above the moving averages. This is setting up too. But like we talked about, we're holding this trend line. We came off of it and the 50 MA, and the pop We were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks up into consolidation into a big 150 area, even number. It needs to build pressure to pop. If these patterns fail, we will drop even quicker. So keep an eye on this. Nothing's wrong. This one still should be looking at all-time highs and leading, and it isn't. So a little bit, you got to keep an eye on that. Let's put it that way. The Qs again, new intraday high, and we even closed at a high on Friday. So news all week, NASDAQ news hits highs, everything's great, earnings are going good, so be wary of that. When we get euphoria in the markets, not to say that something's coming up with the holidays and everything, but just be looking at these markets. Don't think they'll go up forever, guys. We still have a good area down in here with a trend line. We'll go back a little bit further, see if we can catch something. But, if you cross the trend line from this area and go through these guys, that's going to be one of your key areas here, as well as coming from this one up into this area too. You're going to have support. I want to put some support in there. You got some fibs in there as well as stuff like that. But on the daily, getting a little bit extended from the 20 again. We are breaking out of this channel, which is a good bullish sign, but we're going up on nothing, guys. We had a pretty good day on this. I believe that was Amazon, Google, but then it right back down, disappears, and we're still floating up on mediocre earnings. Even Apple had blowout earnings, guys. It was $5 up. These moves with Amazon, Google, they're not big moves at the top. I want to see if they all busted out, they all had great earnings, we should be flying on heavy volume, not this jicky jack 26 million, 20 million, 18 million, 30 million. I want to see volume like this. This was 100 million this day. 50 million, 60 million on some selling, and then a push up on some more selling. You see more volume coming in. When you're just floating up, we have a good trend here going up, but the trend you want to see the moving average nice and spread apart, where these are starting to get tangled up, starting to be thin, be fat. So that's telling me this trend it's fighting it, guys, but it's fighting it with the light volume. So watch for that with the Qs. Watch for earnings coming up. Again, this one could be going to 160 like the IWM. Everything was 250, 250, 150, all the big numbers. The Qs now, at the 150 blast through. So keep an eye on this stuff, guys. Don't be sleeping at the wheel and the rug gets pulled, and next thing you know, this thing's at 135, 125, 115, and we're kissing the 200 MA down in here. I still think we have a great chop to get to the November lows back in here, so just watch for that. And it's funny because now the 200 MA is curling up into that price as well, so let's keep an eye on that. Weekly chart, same thing, still above the MAs. All these charts are above the MAs. All of them are looking strong. The IWM is under the 20, but nothing wrong with these guys, and starting to break out of these channels. Everyone's getting euphoric, so just keep an eye on these markets. All right, DIA, DIA, same thing, right out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks up into the 235 area. There's a big trend line going back. I'm going to go to the monthly chart on this one. You got the big trend line. The symmetry sucks, but you still got to pivot high, pivot high. Look where we're at, right into that area. And we always talked about the 220, the 225, the 230, 235. Here we are starting to stall out. And I love the fact that we had that big long bar. That's almost like the last push it higher. Let's get it through all this other resistance. Let's get it to the last level here. Let's see how we do, if we're going to break out or break down. We are stretched on the monthly as well. High flyer, guys. We're $35 from the 201 area, which is the 20 MA, then at 182 down here. So let's keep an eye on this. Daily chart, though, like we said, no problem, still above the MAs, and going in a sideways pattern at this area where we stalled out in the 235 even number. So let's see if we can hold this area. Let's see if we can start popping. We did close above it. Let's see if we can confirm, get more volume in here, and push higher to maybe the 250. Maybe that's the magic number, Dow 25,000. Not sure, but we'll just keep an eye. Let's see if this pattern starts to play out. If we start pulling back, the support areas too, we'll look at more. But let's give this thing the benefit of the doubt. Possibly higher prices with earnings still coming up, guys. Weekly chart, same thing, a little bit stretched. This one's not as bad as 15 bucks, but this can damn well pull back 15 bucks without a problem if it starts hitting turbulence. We are into big resistance. Let's keep an eye on this. And you get a run. I mean, look at this run, guys. From 2016, we were at a $1.55, and now we're at 2.35. I still don't believe it. I'm sorry. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. This is all Fed-induced crap, in my opinion, which is great. If you're long, just tighten the stops. Don't get burned where the rug gets pulled. And next thing you know, you're down back here, and you're like, dang, should have took profits, But then this is my scenario, guys. You're gonna take profits, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Next thing you know, you're down here getting margin calls. Seen it before. Seen it with many traders, just getting their butts kicked. So just be careful, guys. Watch for volume. Volume is key in these markets. The IYT. IYT, another one that should be leading like the IWM, and it's just, I mean, it was for a minute, but you get a move 162 to 180. You're not going to take profits from here. Come on, guys. We had a retrace, push up, another retrace down, retrace back up, get more people on board, taking them out. We are holding the 50 MA down here on the daily, so let's see what pattern develops in the next week or two, and let's see if this thing can go lower. Bulls, you got to get back above the 20 MA and this trend line here. Volume's okay on this one. It's 600,000-700,000 on the average, or actually no, that was a good day. Usually no. This one has about 200,000-300,000 where we had pretty good volume. So someone was in here doing something on Friday here. I mean, that's pretty good volume to hold this thing up. But we are holding the 175.68 area. But look at this. That was the old all-time high, which becomes support with the 50 MA. So that's why we're holding. But looking at this with the 20, we did confirm below the 20 moving average, so that's a little bit weaker. But we are holding the 50 and the 200. Let's wait for a pattern. Let's see if we go sideways. Let's see if we retrace, and then we'll know more next week. Right now, it's just a little bit of a pullback. We confirmed below the 20 MA, a little bit weak. We are holding these pivots here, or trying. Let's see what happens next week with the IYT or the transports. Let's go to the weekly. And we had, like I said, 648,000. We're a little bit down and 35 cents red. Not a big sell-off day. Nothing to be worried about. But this one is lagging again. And here's that big trend line we talked about too. Gets above it, comes in. Gets above it, comes in. And this time it came in. We're holding the old all-time highs, which is at 175.68. So let's go into next week. Let's see if we get a little more downside on this one. Maybe to the 171 or 172.15 or the 20 MA. See if that support holds. And then we'll take it from there. So as I was saying, the IWM and the IYT, if those aren't leading, the markets are a little bit overextended. You want to keep an eye on this. Watch volume. Volume is the key to all this. If it remains light, we'll grind. If it starts to come in, we should see a little bit of a pullback. But again, going into the holidays, the earnings, the Santa Claus rally, they're going to start hyping. Watch for Buffett, watch for the perma bulls, and telling how cheap everything is. Just be ready in these markets if we have a pullback. All right, guys, and if you're long, protect your trades with a trailing stop. Trail it up. I mean, if you're in this thing long from 126 and you're at 180, take something off the table, guys. Just do that. Do yourself a favor. Take some off the table. Let it come down and add. If you're a long-term trader, pick up 20, 30 bucks on this. Let it go back up. Just like Tesla. If you're in from 180, it goes to 300. Take something off the table. It went to 4. Everybody laughed about, oh, StockBookie took his profits, this and that. It went up another 100. Guess what, guys? It's right back to 300 again. Didn't lose anything. These stocks will go up and down just like anything else. You want to find support. You want to find resistance and put a trade out there. That's it. Guys, we scalp, we swing, we do options, we write naked calls and naked puts as well. We don't care. We just want to trade here at StockBookie.com. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe in the little circle here. A new video, check this out down in this way, or you can subscribe down here in the bottom right-hand corner, and don't forget to like the video and all that good stuff. And again, guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully, I'm helping some people out there with some technical support and resistance levels. And again, guys, thanks again. God bless. See you on the charts.